Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Papa Boris here, playing some more 7 Billion Humans. In this puzzle, the objective is to get everybody into this center hole, which is totally safe and definitely not going to murder them. The catch, or not the catch really, but like the trick to it, is that the way you get them to follow the path is by looking at the data cubes on the floor, which provide a kind of breadcrumb trail. You'll notice that if you follow the path with your mouse that the person is supposed to follow, going in a spiral all the way around to this hole here. Anytime there's a 1, the correct move in the path is to go up. Anytime there's a 4, the correct decision is to go left. Anytime there's a 3, the correct thing to do is to go down. You're not going to see any 2s until you get all the way up here, at which point it's time to start moving to the right. So I'm going to write a very common sense approach to this program that is going to use way too many commands, and then I'll show how to solve the puzzle using a somewhat weirder looking set of instructions, but that manages to meet the game's optional command size challenge. So the intuitive approach is to write the program in 2 parts. First, we're going to get everybody over to this breadcrumb trail. We're going to step to the left, and then we're going to say, look, if you're standing on the ground, that means you got to keep going left, buddy, because you have not arrived on the trail yet. And so you're going to step left again, and then do this again and jump again. Now, anyone who reaches this spot of the program must have reached a data cube. So at that point, they need to start following the breadcrumb trail, which is what? By the way, it's a little tricky to get. I don't want this to be an else. I just want this to be a regular old if. So if your data cube is equal to 1, then you step up. Now you could write this with else's. And I think that saves you on time. I am not going to. I'm just going to write a series of ifs so everybody keeps checking everything every time. If the data cube equals a 2, like we said, you have to go to the right. If the data cube equals a 3, then you need to go down. I clearly have to get better at my APM with this. And then finally, if the data cube equals a 4, you might see a lot of ways to make this more efficient, by the way, if you're a programmer or have a programming-oriented mind, but just to go for the absolute most common sense approach, then you step up. And so now we've got everything. At that point, if you haven't fallen into the hole yet, and if you're still alive, you need to go back to the part of the program right here where you start checking the floor space that you're on and seeing which way you're supposed to travel. You can speed the game up. Here's max. I did something wrong here. Right, I did up. The 4 is supposed to be left, guys, not up. There we go. There we go. Okay, let's try that one more time. There we go. So now they're all just happily cruising along and definitely not sprinting headlong toward their doom. But then again, aren't we all? Now, when we see the results page for this, it's going to be a little bit on the comedic side. So I succeeded at the puzzle, and I could continue going on with the game. But you'll notice that we failed the size challenge rather spectacularly, and the speed challenge, we failed so spectacularly, it actually takes forever for the game to even show you how spectacularly, on the speed challenge, you have failed. And actually, this is the one that I have not solved. I don't know how the hell you're supposed to do this in 25 seconds or less, but anyway, we are going to do the optional command challenge. So a trick for this game is that oftentimes when you need to shorten your number of commands, you can do this by writing increasingly ridiculous if statements. So basically, in our original version of the program, we had 2 phases. One phase where we kept stepping left until we hit the breadcrumb trail, and the other phase for when we were actually on the breadcrumb trail. But by using a very convoluted if, we can actually reduce the first part of this program completely. So all I can do is I can say, well, if you are on a 4, or if you are on nothing, then you need to step to the left. No matter how long an if is, and you can keep adding as much as you want to these ifs, it's still considered just one line of code. Now, alternatively, if, I don't need this to be an else, yeah, okay, so if, and then a lot of this is going to be the same as the previous one, if you're on a 1, then you step up. Okay, can I do this correctly so it doesn't cause everything to... Oh, look at that! Pro play! Alright, so if you are on a 2... Oh, yes! Yes. Then you step to the right. If you're on a 3, then you step to the left. Oh, look at those pro moves. Now, the one thing that we need is the jump. So you'll notice the command challenge was 9 commands or fewer. 8 of them were for the ifs, for how to step, and then 1 of them is for the jump to start the process over. So you'll notice it does the exact same thing. What did I do wrong? Yeah, all workers have died. No kidding. Oh, right. 3 is supposed to be down, not left. Right, left is 4. Well, that's how I know this is the real deal, people. I'm not just editing this to make myself look smart. Oh, I'm happy to look stupid for everybody. All right, so here we go. They're following along. Now, once again, we're going to have a hilariously slow speed to the program, but I did manage to get all the workers to die in the one particular hole they were supposed to die in. Excuse me, ascend to heaven in. And that's enough to beat the size challenge. Can we skip this? Wait, is there any way to... Nope, nobody skip it. You just have to watch yourself suck even more than before. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.